Hey, hey. Hey, hey, welcome back to an all-new episode of Construction Secrets of me, David Windsor. As always, you can go over to davidwindsor.com to get your free downloadable templates. All I ask in exchange is that you like, subscribe, and share this YouTube channel with one of your friends today. It's not much. You're getting free stuff, and all I'm asking you to do is give a little thumbs up. I mean, I'm just trying to build this channel, trying to grow this thing, and, you know, all this stuff is new to me, and so if you could just help me grow it in an organic way, I'd really appreciate it. I'm here to just, you know, document the process of us building houses out here in Park City, Utah. I'm a general contractor. We are a residential general contractor, and we are building new homes from the ground up. That is our business model. We don't do any remodels, and we've been in business for 18 months, and in those 18 months, we've accumulated $15 million worth of work, and I'm just here to document the process, just do a little live vlog of what we got going on. Today, I want to talk about contracts, having things in written agreements, having everything in writing when you're doing something along the lines that are going to require someone's permission or a change order or something. You got to get things in writing. The other day, we had a client come back and we had a change order for $12,000 because the window price went up because we bid the windows a year ago, and over the time it went up $12,000, and they were upset and blah blah blah, and they said, why did we get this door? Why is this door so much more expensive? And the door was actually $14,000 more, and they were upset. And I said, because you guys approved it. And they said, no, we did not. And I was able to access the email and show them, yes, this is the proposal I made, this is the cost, I laid it out, and you guys wrote, please proceed forward. That was in writing. They came back, our apologies, we forgot, no big deal. If I made that as a phone call and said, hey, I'm thinking of making this change in this door, this is the cost, and I relayed the exact same information over the phone, and then a year later this process happens, they're going to be upset. They're not going to remember the conversation, and you're going to be in trouble, and it's going to come on you. They're going to think that you're not doing your job. Even though you did do your job, even though you're telling the truth, they may not remember it, and it's going to fall back on you. And so you got to understand that if you have everything in writing, everything will be documented. Everything will be to your favor at the end of the day. If something were to happen, you can archive that conversation and make sure. So even if you call someone and they say, yeah, go for it. If you call an engineer, you call an architect, hey, can we reframe this? Can we do this? Is this acceptable? Can we do this? You write an email afterwards. You say, hey, just to follow up on our previous conversation over the phone, it's acceptable to do X. You accept the windows of X. That kind of stuff needs to be in writing. And one of the reasons this sparked this conversation for me is we're dealing with a homeowner that is next to us, and we're building in Old Town Park City, and these lots they're 6 feet apart. And so your property line is 3 feet, and then the next 3 feet is the next person's property line. So they are extremely, extremely tight. It's like an urban setting is how tight these property lines are. And the individual that has occupied the house next to the house that we're building is becoming, we'll just say he's becoming aggressive, and he's not being very helpful in the process of making sure that everything just gets done. And this road that we're building on, there's 30 houses being built all at the same time, and this individual happened to occupy their house first. So their house was under construction. It's a brand new home, and now they moved into a construction site where all the other homes are trying to get completed. The thing is in this area of town, everybody needs to share their properties, because, you know, in order to get a ladder up to paint or do siding or install a fascia or something, you can't put a ladder 3 feet away and go 20 feet up. It just doesn't work. It's not safe, and it's not possible. You gotta extend the ladder out, and that extension of that ladder to get that angle is now going to touch that other person's property. It is not only a spoken, but a kind of like a written agreement between everybody that lives in this part of town that you're allowed to do that kind of stuff, because your house, that happened as well. Like, they were on our property doing that to install your stuff. So it's just a give and take in this particular part of town. But this particular individual is being extremely difficult. So we have engaged the city, we've engaged the code enforcement, we've even engaged the law enforcement, because this individual is becoming so difficult to deal with on a regular basis. And so now we are making sure that we can't install the last portion of this house without this individual's approval for us to put a ladder on their property. Now, don't forget, we're in we're in Park City where we're having a record-breaking snow year and there's 6 feet of snow. So yes, we're touching their property. Yes, we're touching their landscaping, but we're touching 6 feet of snow that sits on top of all that stuff. So all we're doing is disturbing the fresh snow. So at the end of the day, it's not that big of a deal, but it's that big of a deal to this individual. And so we are getting everything in writing and making sure that everything is documented, and we're taking photos and videos to make sure that if this individual were to come back and get us in court or do something that is malicious to get us in trouble, we have it documented in writing, we have it documented in photos, we have signatures, we have everything in place. We're not just calling them and saying, are you cool with this? And they say yes, and the next day they're like, I'm not cool with that. So if you're gonna be in a position to not get yourself in trouble in the future and make sure that you're protected on a legal sense, you need to have everything documented in writing. I can't stress that enough. I don't care if the client changed from the red tile to the blue tile. You need to follow up and say, dear owner, per our conversation today, you have taken the red tile out of the master bathroom wall and you have changed it to the blue tile. Just want to confirm that we're all in agreement. Can you confirm this? They write back, confirmed. Now it's documented, now it's approved, now everyone is on the same page and there is no room for gray area, because conversations over the phone can be gray. And if you do it in text message, that's fine as well. If you have it documented in text message, that's fine as well. You just need to have it documented. You need to have everyone on the same page in writing if you're going to protect yourself. That is a legal binding thing. And if you send someone an email and they open that email, even though they didn't reply to that email, they are agreeing to your contract. They have receipt of that piece of mail and they are acknowledging that receipt, and therefore they are approving your message, because if they don't reply back and say that is incorrect and they opened it, they acknowledged it. And so that is a legal binding thing if you send someone an email and they open it and they have an open red receipt. So just document everything, make sure it's all in writing. I can't stress that enough, because you're gonna get stuck with neighbors and homeowners that aren't your clients that could really come after you in the very end. And you could also have clients that come after you and say, you install the red tile that they selected and they say, I don't like this tile, I never wanted it, I wanted the blue tile, you pushed me on the red tile. And nope, here's the documentation. You can have it legally documented if you write emails, if you write text, if you have people sign things, whatever it is. Just make sure, I can't stress it enough, that you get everything in writing. General contractors do a lot of things over the phone. That's fine. Half of our day is spent in the truck, driving around, on the job site, on the phone. That's how you get stuff done. That's how you communicate. But if it's something that has been changed, something that's illegal, something that could come back to bite you in the end, a selection, a timeline, a change order, money, permission, whatever it is, you got to get it in writing. You got to document it. You got to make sure that everyone's on the same page and we all have the same eyes on the same text, and there is no room for discretion. So that is all I have today. That's my little rant. That is what I am stressing more than most is get it in writing, because we're dealing with some individuals right now that are very difficult to deal with, and we just want to make sure that we're being smart about it. So once again, I appreciate you. I appreciate your time. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. You can go over to davidwindsor.com, get your free downloadable templates. All I ask in exchange is that you like, subscribe, and share this YouTube channel with one of your friends today. Appreciate you. Have a great day, and we'll talk soon. Bye.